Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days. Welcome to this very special video. We're going to have a look at a match I never thought we would see. So if you go onto the network, go to Collections and then go across. And the one we're looking for, the folder we're looking for is WWE Hidden Gems. Once you're in there, go across again and we are looking for the last Battle of Atlanta. And there it is. This is footage that has only just been unearthed. I am so excited, guys. Enjoy. Oh, it's amazing. Okay, there's some text on the screen. It says the last Battle of Atlanta is the culmination of an intense rivalry between Tommy Rich and Buzz Sawyer and is often credited as the predecessor to Hell in a Cell. I can tell you that there's a cage. It's got a very makeshift roof on the top, and then there's another cage that's like dangling above. I actually thought it was attached to the top of the actual cage, but it's not. It's a separate thing dangling above. Oh, Buzz Sawyer's just grabbed the roof. It's wow. The roof is like lots of separate bits of fencing, like metal mesh. This is incredible. I mean, there's a little thing. This event was originally recorded without television announcer commentary. This event was originally recorded. Yeah, so there's just a little thing running along the bottom, but one camera. And what's amazing is they keep reaching up and grabbing the cell, and the roof of the cell is just wobbling away. It's just lots of bits of individual, I can't think of the word, but it's like mesh, metal, like fencing. It's what you would use for a fence. Right there. I mean, this rivalry went on for like 2 years. Buzz at the moment is just absolutely slamming Tommy's arm into the side of the cage and he's kicking on him. He's kind of really beating him at the side. I mean, this was one of the greatest feuds of all time, and if you've not seen this footage, you need to go and check this out because it's absolute wrestling folklore. Absolute wrestling folklore. There are black and white stills taken from this. It's colour. I should mention that it's colour. At the moment, Buzz is all over Tommy. Tommy down on the floor is kind of biting into him. Twisted the arm in the middle of the ring. Nice strike. Buzz definitely got the better of the opening of this match. He's kind of biting him now. It looks like he's biting. There was a lot of biting back in those days. Like 70s, early 80s. You got to remember, this is pre-WrestleMania 1. Buzz at the moment's got like some kind of arm lock. Can't quite make out what kind of arm lock, but it's definitely got the better of the opening of this match. What's cool as well is the roof. Like the metal piping is coming actually over the edges of the cage. Both guys down at the moment in the middle of the ring. Buzz kind of crawling over. A lot of photographers. It's amazing to think that some of these photographers that I'm seeing took some of the pictures that I've seen of this match. As you can see, the crowd, or as you can hear, sorry, the crowd quite into it. But Buzz still on the offence at the moment. Buzz is wearing like just blue trunks, blue knee pads. He's gone back to biting. Tommy has got blood now already in this early stage. I knew there was blood in this match. I didn't realise it came this early. I mean, we are literally, a few minutes in. This is a 28-minute match as well. And we've got blood. And it's quite nasty blood as well. He's got it on his face, kind of down on his chest as well. Tommy Rich is suffering, and we're only a few minutes in. This is This is everything I hoped it was going to be. Really is everything I hoped it was going to be so far. Just throwing him now up against the cage. And Tommy Rich down on the floor. Both guys down on the floor. Over to the side of the cage now. And Tommy Rich is down. Buzz on top of him. I don't know if he's talking to him. I don't know if he's biting him. The blood has got much worse. Much worse. I mean, we're quite a few minutes in now. We've not spoken about the fact that Paul Ellering, the current authors, is a bit of a rally back from Tommy Rich, but he's slumped in the corner again, and he has got the crimson mask, blood coming down his face. And now he is biting on Buzz. We've not spoken about Paul Ellering and the fact that he is suspended above the ring. Oh, Tommy Rich threw Buzz into the side. Buzz is down. Tommy's kind of getting a bit of momentum at the moment. Don't know if I mentioned it, but Tommy Rich is in like yellow and white trunks, white boots. He's got a T and an R on his boots. As I say, he's got blonde hair as well. That's it's got as much red in it at the moment as it has blonde. It's just incredible. I would love to know the backstory of this. Where did someone find it? How did they find it? Did they know what they'd found? I've seen comments from people saying they've waited 30 years for this. Imagine that, waiting 30 years to see a match. And then it gets just uploaded today. And to little fanfare as well. I mean, WWE, you know, haven't made like a massive deal out of it. Oh, pile driver. Oh, a nasty pile driver as well. You kind of got, you don't see pile drivers anymore, but he picked him up. And he didn't just drop him down, he kind of fell back with him. Oh, missed knee to the head from Tommy. As I said, Tommy's all cut up. Both guys, you know, pretty out of breath. Big strike from Tommy. Another big strike from Tommy. The pace to this match has been really enjoyable. Really enjoyable so far. Like, you know, some matches from that kind of, you know, late 70s, early 80s be a little bit plodding. As I said, this just has not disappointed. Has not disappointed. Tommy hurling Buzz into the side of the cage again. Just absolutely fascinating. I can't quite make out. Yeah, Buzz is all ripped open now. Buzz Sawyer. Big strike from Tommy. I don't know who wins as well. That's worth mentioning. I haven't got a clue who's going to come out victorious. But blood's all coming down from Buzz's head, bit on his chest. Tommy Rich in a bad way as well. Looks like Buzz going for a pile driver. Yes. Oh. They deliver these pile drivers really nasty. They pick them up, just fall back with them. They're clearly not concerned about concussions. Fascinating. I mean, actually being able to see this match, and for the first time now we can see Paul Ellering in the cage above. Big strikes from Buzz. Buzz now, hurling Tommy against the edge. I mean, the thing is, neither of them got like fantastic physiques, But if you were to watch this, if you was to be there, you would legitimately think you were watching gladiators. Like, two men absolutely fighting to the death. It's a big scoop. It's really weird as well because this is the precursor to Hell in a Cell. This is the first Hell in a Cell match. And there's no referee inside the ring. So when both guys are down and it looks like a double count out, or a missed elbow from Buzz, or if they go for a pin, then it just appears to be a referee on a tannoy going 1, 2. It's weird not having a ref in there counting it. Back and forth with the strikes, and the blood is quite intense. Both on their knees, both look spent already, you know, but they're trading blows back and forth, and the blows look vicious. This is good striking. Buzz on his feet, Tommy on his feet, Tommy getting the better. Oh, big right. And he's biting again. It's just wonderful. I mean, I don't condone biting, but I do certainly condone the quality of this match. And for the first time, someone's going up. You can't actually get on the top rope. You can't stand on the top rope. Tommy's just got onto the second rope, and even then he had his head ducked and he was kind of like grabbing onto the ceiling, doing one of them. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. This is a real treat. Tommy is kind of not tied up in the ropes. Oh, that was a big spot. Tommy was kind of slumped against the ropes. Buzz has come running over, bolting over, and he's missed and he's gone face first into the cage. Big cheer from the crowd. Tommy now grabbing Buzz, slamming his face into the cage. And again, and Buzz is down. And the ref, you can hear the ref kind of counting it. It's just magical. It's absolutely magical. Two count for Tommy. And as I said, it's so unusual not to see a ref in the ring, you know, slapping the mat. It's worth noting as well that kind of like Tommy's white ring attire has got blood all over it. Again, he's hurled Buzz's head into the side of the cage. This is TV 14, like you need to be 14 to watch this, and I can see why. There is a lot of blood. And it's violent. Tommy crawling over, Buzz is down at the moment. 1, 2. Is that it? No way, Tommy's just won. Referees come in. Both guys are out in the middle of the ring. I was expecting this to go another 10 minutes. So there you go, Tommy Rich wins. Referee's in, he's calling for help. There's people diving in. Well, one other person's come in. I thought there was more behind him. But they're not bothered about Buzz. They're both trying to help Tommy get to his feet. There's another. They look like wrestlers. Can't make out who they are. They're kind of like rolling Tommy out. And the Paul Ellering cage is getting lowered as well now. Buzz Sawyer still down on his back. That was a really great match. Really great match. Oh! Following Tommy Rich's victory, Buzz Sawyer's manager Paul Ellering was forced to battle Ollie Anderson due to a pre-match stipulation. So yeah, it's worth mentioning Paul Ellering is in kind of like wrestling attire. So I don't know if that match is now. Is that match now? Paul Ellering against Ollie Anderson? Ellering's getting in. Ellering's getting into the ring. He's gone straight over to Buzz. Check on him, see if he's alright. He's clearly not. There's more blood on his face than I think in his body. Gotta say though, Paul Ellering looks absolutely incredible. He's in incredible shape. So is this going to be Ollie Anderson walloping around Paul Ellering now for a few minutes? Yeah, at the moment we're still seeing Paul Ellering in the ring with Buzz. He's kind of trying to help Buzz kind of get out of the ring. Fascinating, absolutely. Oh, just saw it. Real close up then of Buzz's face, and it is brutal. It is brutal.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make way for the cage. Please make way for the cage.
Please make way for the cage. I don't know if that's the side cage or is that this cage. Just going to check actually, see how long's left of this. Oh, there's still a good 13 minutes left of this. I mean, Buzz Sawyer just he looks out. He looks absolutely out. And Paul Ellering is saying in the ring, just kind of tending to him. There we go. I mean, what an absolute treat. If you haven't seen the last Battle of Atlanta, then I urge that you go onto the network, check it out. It's hard hitting, it's full of blood. There's no real high spots in it, but you know, it's two guys that absolutely hate each other going to war. This is the kind of thing I would really love to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn do, because that's the closest feud we have today to this. And here's Ollie Anderson. Ollie Anderson in the ring, and he is absolutely throwing Paul Ellering around. Paul Ellering's like, oh, referees in the ring as well. Ollie Anderson's in like jeans, oh, top, and the crowd are loving this. Absolutely loving it. I think Paul Ellering has been thrown into every single side of the cage. Every single side of the cage. Oh, that was a massive right. It looked like he just punched him on the throat. Big strikes. Big strikes.